Now, Kunti is married to Pandu Raju. Pandu Raju has 2 wives. Who's the second wife? Madri is the second wife. Okay, he gets married to Kunti and Madri. Kunti, as we just spoke, is Menatta to Sri Krishna, sister of Vasudeva. Madri belongs to a kingdom called Madradesa, and he has a elder or younger brother. His name is Selya. Okay, he belongs to Madradesa. Okay, and Madri is both Madri and Kunti, both of them are very beautiful ladies. Madri is younger than Kunti. Then Pandu Raju's interests are little different. He won't stick to the kingdom. He won't stay in Hastinapura the entire time. He wants to go to Vanas. He wants to go to Aranyas, and his favorite pastime activity is hunting. He's a lot into hunting. So he goes into this Vanas ashramas. He lives there for extended periods of time, and he takes care of the kingdom. Whenever there's a problem or whenever he has to go conquer, he does all those things. But other than that, most of his time he likes spending in this kind of places. So he is into forests and vanas. So he was once. What happens is, see, anything if you keep doing on purpose again and again, over and over, it becomes a habit, and then it becomes your weakness. It becomes your addiction. If you keep watching iPad, watch reel after reel, video after video, you're not switching it off, that becomes your addiction. And then something has to happen to bring you out of that kind of addictive state. So hunting has become addiction to Pandu Raju. It reaches a point where he is destroying the ecology of forests. So what happens is, once he again goes on hunting, and this time there were 2 deers who were playing. Naturally, they are jumping here, they are running around playing, they're very playful there. And he goes and hits those deers. Those deers are actually 2 saint and his wife, not saint, Muni and his wife, who just take the form of a deer and they are just playing. Sometimes you get this thought, right? I don't know about you, but a lot of times I think how nice it would be to be a bird, because I could, lot of times I thought. You never got any that kind of thoughts ever? You got it, right? Because I want to fly and have a bird's eye of everything. Looking, if you go in a flight, why do you prefer a window seat? So that you could get that bird's view. But bird doesn't have to take a flight. It always has that view, right? I was always amazed by the thought that what if I could become a bird for some time? I could fly. So probably these Muni and Muni Patni are of the same nature. They are also thinking in the similar way. They were just playful in the forest. They are playing, and then this guy, all of a sudden, he hits them, and that the wife dies immediately. And Muni actually, he doesn't die, but he is on the verge of death. Then he calls upon Pandu Raju, and they have a conversation. So he tells Pandu Raju that whatever you have done is against dharma. You are not supposed to hunt anything that is not causing harm. If there is a animal, if there are a bunch of herd of elephants that are destroying the crops, then you have to kill them. Then you have to take care of them. If there is a tiger that is kind of disturbing the ecological balance of the forest, then you have to hunt. Or if it is really going into the villages and troubling the villagers, then you have to hunt. If you are hungry, then also you can hunt. You cannot kill animals that are sleeping, animals that are eating, animals that are not active in the sense, if the animal, these 2 are playing, right? They're not even concerned about the surroundings. They're not worried about the surroundings. They're just playing. So that kind of animals you're not supposed to kill. You're not supposed to hunt. There are rules for everything. Even if you're hunting, there are rules for it. You cannot go you cannot circumvent the rules and be lethal. So the saint says, what did we do? What wrong thing did we do that you decided to kill us? Then Pandu Raju is very arrogant. He says, hunting is the only dharma of Kshatriya. There are no rules. I don't care about your rules and everything. It doesn't really matter to me. I don't care. What happened? What? Why? Can you be louder? No. Muni and Muni's wife, the saint and saint's wife. The Muni's wife, who was in the form of a deeress, she got killed. Now Muni is on the verge of death. It's very similar to the story of Shravana Kumara's father, Dasharatha releasing the arrow. Remember that kind of similar story here. Pandu Raju doesn't show any. Doesn't repent at all. He doesn't realize his mistake. He keeps on arguing and telling him that the only dharma of a kshatriya is to hunt and kill. Huh? Kshatriya. You remember we spoke about four sections of population, sections in the society. You were not there. You remember that? Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Sudra. Four. So Kshatriyas are the kings. Kshatriyas are the protectors. So that is the only dharma of Kshatriya. There is no other rule, like there is a sleeping animal you can't kill, all those things. I really don't care. Then after a lot of discussion, then the Muni realizes, okay, this man is not realizing his mistake. So next he says, whenever you are in a playful mood with your wives, you will die. That is the curse Pandu Raju gets. Kind of. You're playful, you're having fun time, you're having a family time, you're sitting and enjoying. So all the time you have to be like very strict, very tight, right? That is the punishment he got. So abiding to dharma is very, very, very extremely important. Otherwise, this kind of things will happen. At least if he showed any kind of if he repented or if he realized his mistake, Muni probably would not have given this kind of harsh curse. He would have probably softened it and said something else. But Pandu Raju was denying all the time. Pandu Raju was like very arrogant. Because he is into that addiction. So whenever we are addicted to something, we try to defend our actions. Somebody who's addicted to, I tell myself, like I'm addicted to Instagram. I tell myself, I'm doing everything. I'm doing my work. I'm cooking. I'm cleaning. I'm taking care of kids. I'm doing everything. There is nothing wrong in watching the video. But does my eye know that? My eyes will deteriorate. Over a period of time, my eyesight will get impacted. No matter how much ever I try to defend myself and answer myself, the damage will be done. So that is exactly what happened to Pandu Raju. Okay? No, for everybody. For me, no. I'm telling. It is as applicable to Kritvik as it is applicable to me. I am no less. You can look at my weekly usage of my phone. No, everybody is connected to that. I mean, it's very difficult. I can't tell my child not to watch iPad because the minute I tell it she doesn't say anything, but I think to myself, like, what am I doing? What kind of moral this thing I have to tell her, right? But again, I keep telling them. She's nice enough and she doesn't question back, so that's a different thing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Nothing should reach a state of addiction. When you get to the state of addiction, there will be some consequences associated with it. And that is the consequence that Pandu Raju got in this story. I'm just trying to relate to our lives so that it is easily understandable. What? Wrong example? I shouldn't have taken that example. Nobody is happy with that example. Okay. All right, nobody's